23rd, and I got you this week's freshwater video. Sorry about missing out on last week's video, but I had a very important event that required my attention. But that does mean, since I missed a week, there are twice as many awesome fish to show you guys, and I'm very excited to get through them. Let's get started. Starting the week off with something really cool here, we have this mature adult male albino bristlenose pleco. Super cool. You can really see why they call them bristlenose plecos. A lot of theories as to why they have the bristle noses, but whatever the correct one is, I just think they're super cool. Absolutely love them. And hanging out in there with them, we've got some gorgeous roseline sharks, really coming into those nice colors. Beautiful thread fin rainbows, gorgeous golden dwarf cichlids, and some lovely little judapatis. Moving right along, hanging out with the absolutely gorgeous shimmering schools of blackline tetras. We have one of my absolute favorite loach species in the beautiful dwarf chain loach. These are almost fully grown adults, and they're smaller than a tetra. Really, really awesome, tiny loach species. They are still workhorses though, just like the larger loach species. These guys will clear out snail infestations, they'll keep the ground clean and clear of extra food. Absolutely awesome fish. Love them to death. And hanging out in there with them in the blackline tetras, we've got a handful of some gorgeous little crebensis cichlids and a nice school of glass catfish to round them off. Coming up next this week, another favorite of mine, this time in the cichlid department, we have the electric blue Acara cichlid. Really awesome. Don't get massive, but have an absolutely stunning blue as they mature. Really, really cool cichlids overall. Absolutely love them. Hanging out in here with them. Speaking of smaller cichlids, we have gorgeous gold rams. Really good looking gold rams, honestly. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. And of course, the ever adorable little Cuban llamas. Another live bearer species related to platies and swords. Really awesome. And going right into another cool cichlid I absolutely love, we have the Festivum cichlid, which is just fun to say most of the time because it sounds so festive. Otherwise, yeah, adorable little cichlids, don't get very big, and are actually really peaceful. Very similar in keeping to, say, a Severum. They're kind of that level, usually pretty peaceful cichlids. And also they kind of just look like gouramis, which is interesting. It's kind of like if a cichlid tried out the whole gourami thing. Really cool, love them. Hanging out there with them, these absolutely gorgeous clown loaches. They're getting big quick, and they're really getting those mature colors where those oranges become nice and deep. Absolutely gorgeous. Chunky little suckers eating absolutely everything. And finally, the beautiful black phantom tetras, hanging out there with them. And speaking of black phantom tetras, we've also got their gorgeous red cousins, the Serpe tetra. Another beautiful tetra species I absolutely love, and hanging out there with them, we got these beautiful snow white parrot cichlids. Absolutely gorgeous. Another one of the parrot cichlid varieties that also stays pretty small, which is a great benefit. Absolutely awesome. Up next for the week, we have this whole school of absolutely gorgeous Odessa barbs. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely love to see it. You can get a good clear contrast between the males and females there. I will say, if you want to get some and show off those beautiful colors, get a mixed group of males and females, because they'll show off a lot more when they're in groups like this. They'll get those really cool colors. Absolutely awesome fish. Love them to death. Really, really cool display species. Up next, I've got something really cool, because hanging out with these gorgeous Congo tetras, I have a whole bunch of very big, very chunky, and absolutely gorgeous panda epistogrammas. Beautiful males and females. Very chunky, very active. You love to see it. I can almost guarantee you these are all breeding size at this point. Really, really cool fish to see. I love a panda episto so much. There's something about them. How cool are they? Speaking of really awesome dwarf cichlids, we've got these beautiful electric blue balloon rams, which is the short-bodied version of the gold or blue rams. Absolutely beautiful. I can tell you for sure, this light is not doing them as much justice as seeing them in person. These things are like shiny, shiny blue. Very beautiful. Love to see it. And of course, one of the coolest tetra species around, the ever beautiful rummy-nosed tetra. Love these guys to death. They're an absolute staple of any South American tank I ever make. One of the coolest tetras out there. Another gorgeous barb species that complements those Odessa barbs from earlier are these beautiful long fin rosy barbs. You can again see the difference between the males and females there. And keeping them in those mixed sex groups is what really makes them display extremely well. And hanging out there with them, we got those beautiful Hawaiian variatus and a couple of little keyhole cichlids. And finally, one more really cool barb for the week is the ever beautiful African clown barb. These are really, really awesome barb species. Again, sexually dimorphic, which is true of a lot of barbs, but not all of them. It's just kind of cool that you can know that you're getting mixed sex groups, which is really helpful with getting those cool colors to display, or if you really just want to breed them. They're cool fish overall. I absolutely love them. They look a lot like some of the larger barb species, but in a much smaller, more manageable package, which is really cool. And of course, hanging out there with them, our third ram of the week, the ever-present original blue ram. Really, really cool guys. As well as the lovable albino curry catfish. Lots of them too. Also, lots and lots of really nice cichlids in our little mini African cichlid system. I mean, you've got your Brochardes and your Calvis, your Cylindricus, lots and lots of really cool guys. Absolutely beautiful variety of some of your smaller, mostly Lake Tanganyikan cichlids, as well as the really, really good looking Sidonanus Chowdeni. One of the prettiest of all the Sidonanus, in my opinion. Really, really neat stuff. Another really neat little favorite of mine we have this week are the ever adorable and teeny little Scarlet Batis. One of the perfect fish if you ever want to set up a nano system. They're just absolutely teeny. They do not get big at all. They like top out at like 1.5 inches, or half an inch to maybe an inch for a big one. Really, really awesome. They're like the red version of the Everglades pygmy sunfish. And of course, hanging out in there with them, a big, beautiful crown tail beta. And next door, got some more Scarlet Batis and a handful of these really awesome albino bristlenose plecos. If you remember the beginning of the video, these are the babies that eventually turn into that big, pretty male. Really neat stuff. All right, one more system before we finally get into the last chunk of tanks for the week. We've got this whole mishmash of really, really cool fish, starting with the beautiful wild Colombian Oscars, absolutely gorgeous variety of Oscar cichlids, as well as the Bolivian rams, gorgeous blue angels. The blue's really starting to come through now. Awesome Siamese algae eaters, as well as the Amazon freshwater puffer, another really cool fish I love. Got another one chilling right there. Lots and lots of really cool stuff in this tank. And finally, to round out the week, we've got the 6 big tanks in the back full of some absolutely incredible fish, like these gorgeous rainbow fish, some nice 5-stripe cichlids, beautiful frontosas, and a whole ton of these beautiful white severums. Absolutely gorgeous. And up next, we've got the big, beautiful parrot cichlids hanging out with the little cutter cichlids. A handful more species of gorgeous rainbow fish, as well as a nice orange chromide cichlids, and a little macaw cichlid there. Lots and lots of neat stuff for that tank. Moving right along, I'd be remiss if I didn't show off the absolute scores of adorable glowfish we have in right now. Very much a don't knock it till you try it kind of fish. I know a lot of people turned an eye to them, but I think they're cool. And if you get these things set up in planted tanks, it's really cool looking. It's like a bag of Skittles swimming through your tank. Absolutely awesome fish. I definitely love them. Moving on from there, we've got a bunch of these gorgeous marble angels hanging out. The nice big Judipari, as well as a flagtail porthole cat, a ton of these absolutely gorgeous red belly albino pacus. Nice big geophagus there. We've got the standard giant gourami or red-tailed giant gourami hanging out with the albino giant gourami. Your ever lovable silver arowana. And a couple more gorgeous little crevensis cichlids. And one big, beautiful, shiny gold angel. And onto our second to last tank, the cichlid system. We've got a ton of really cool African cichlids in right now. Like the snow white scephales, your electric blue johannes, your yellow labs, your jewel cichlids, your living stonies, your blue dolphin cichlids, your obliquidins caps, or rock crevensis, some people call them. So yeah, tons and tons of variety. Red zebras, a Rhodus in there somewhere. Lots and lots of really cool. Ooh, that's a red top ice zebra. A really cool one. Lots and lots of nice stuff. Love to see it. Ooh, that's a good looking living stony. And finally, to round out the week, we have the beautiful discus tank. A lovely, relaxing, and calm way to end out the week, hanging out with the discus and their new buddy, the flagtail procholotus. A super peaceful and gorgeous, large algae-eating species. So great for those of you who have bigger tanks that want somebody who's going to do a little more work cleaning up that algae, as opposed to a lot of the smaller algae eaters we sell. And of course, the discus just speak for themselves. What incredible looking fish. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this week's video. Tons and tons of cool fish this week. Plenty that I didn't even get to because the video was just getting a little too long. I've missed out on like an entire row of stuff that you're just going to have to come in and see. But until next time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and any of our new or local customers looking for anything cool or interesting like the gorgeous flagtail procholotus, feel free to email us at exoticaquatic.com. Love to see you get it in for you. Until next time.